Deftones, Around the Fur, Standard Tuning Method, Guitar Tabs and Guitar Lesson. Okay, so this will be an adaptation from the, drop D flat that's happening on the record. Typically, I would just go to like a drop D and just call it good there. But this is for if you just want to keep it in a standard tuning. Maybe you just want to do like the adrenaline stuff and want to keep it standard, or have issues with the drop D or drop D flat. So we're just keeping it standard tuning here, E, A, D, G, B, E. But just know, if you're trying to play along with the recorded version, or you just really want to nail that recorded key in this tuning, that they'll be tuned a half step lower. So it kind of negates the purpose of just keeping this standard, but they will be a half step lower than us. And this initial verse section, it's a palm muted kind of vibe here. And we're just cruising along here, doing a little bit of compounded power chords. We start with this quick little G bass note. So we just hit the 3E, bump it up to this now compounded D with the A. All right, so just doing a D power chord with the 5A, 7D, and then add the 5 on the E on top of it. And this is all palm muted, as I said, so we're just going from the 3 bass note to a few strums of the D/A. Okay, we kind of hesitate a little bit there. Then we do 3 strums again, drop that shape we have down 2 frets. So now we get the 3s with the 5, the C with the G. And with this, we just strum it up about 5 times. All right, and now we do this little dissonant thing where we go A flat over a D. So we go a 4 on the E with a 5 on the A, and it's just 1, 2, 3. All right, and we cruise through that just as we did there 4 times. And if we do it the 4th time, we do this cool little quick scale thing. And basically it's just coming up, we do 6A, 7D, 6A, 5A. All right, and then we just kind of basically cut that initial little section of our usual pattern, go back to the a handful of strums on the D power chord with the A. All right, so we're 5 and 7. Okay, drop down to our C over D for the 3s and the 5 here for a few. And then we just finish out with our A flat over D, the 4 with the 5. All right, just cruise through that whole thing as we do there. And the way we finish the whole thing is we just drop down to this big dissonant vibe with the, it's like a G with the, D flat in there and an open D. So it's basically like a G with a flat 5. We do the 3E, 4A, open D there. It's just a 1, 2, 3. chorus, just hit this big D power chord with the A on top. So 5A, 7 D and G, 5 on the E as well. It's just a 1, 2, and then a quick little transitional like open D and G, or sorry, open A and D there. All right, and then we just land on the F power chord here at the 1 and 3s. Strum that out for about 8. Bump it up to the 2 and 4s for the F sharp. Strum that out for about 8. And then we ultimately land on this D flat power chord at the 4A, 6 on the D and G, and add the 4 on top. All right, at the E. So we get our A flat there, and we just strum that out to finish. So just slowly. All right, and we'd go through that a handful of times, and then the final time through, we do our D power chord to the F, and after the F, we just lift off to the E power chord, the open low E with the 2 on the A and D there, and just strum that out. For the interlude, everything kind of gets chilled out a little bit, spread out, and we do this just hitting the D power chord with the A on top. Hit that, just let it ring. Just let it ring for a couple measures. Come over and hit this 4 on the E. All right, then we do this octave slide around. We go on the A and G string here, we go 9 and 11, slide it down to 8 and 6. All right, down to 4 and 6, and then back up to 5 and 7. Back to our 4 on the E. And for the outro, just a big power chord thing going on. Just starting again with our D power chord with the A on top, the 5s and the 7s. Strum that out for about 8 or 9, and then we just drop down for the C power chord at the 3A, 5 on the D and G, and then strum out for a few A flat power chords at the 4, E, 6 on the A and D.